EA Sports. It's in the game.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. We're ready to go. Off to the first hole. Frank, this is where you find out if you are a gamer with a capital G. First tee, final round, you're in the lead. Can you hold it?
And this is also where you find out if your best stuff is good enough.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway. Now the approach here at number one, Frank, what's he looking at?
A nice high, soft landing second shot would be ideal here. There's a little bit of a ridge in this green. Don't really want to be going long here. Those two bunkers, never easy coming out of those and downhill.
Frank, I think that's going in the bunker.
Looks like it. Rub the shamrock. Got away with getting in the bunker there.
This for another birdie on this hole on the week.
Great start.
Here at the 231-yard par 3 second, Frank, pretty good hole.
It certainly is, Rich. The carry on the right side's a little shorter, but if you're going to take it down the left side, you've got to fly that ball at least another 20 yards.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
about this? Birdies at 1 and 2. We could be in for something pretty special today. Now to the par 4 third. Picturesque and difficult hole, Frank.
It might be picturesque, but it's certainly not for the faint of heart. This is going to take your best swing.
Water all down the left side. Good contact, good result. Frank, it's one thing to make good contact. It's another to make a good decision in terms of what club to hit.
Yes, so often people want to try and hit the ball the exact number. But if that flag is right on the front, you have all that green behind it. You can use all of that. There's nothing in the game that says, maybe I should just take another club and make sure that I'm putting. Too often people only look purely at where that flag is.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
In for par. For those of you just tuning in, we're checking in now on our featured golfer here at the 4th. Frank, the Maserati's tuned up early, running 120 on the first few holes here.
Yeah, you've got all 12 cylinders going. Just a player in full flight. It's amazing how that club's tearing through the, 100, 120 miles an hour. Ball just sailing down the fairway. Managing to hold those greens. And, of course, the greens today are putting so beautifully. So we have a chance to just sort of light it up there today. Second shot.
Frank, tricky little third shot here at the par 5 4th.
Especially if you don't have a full number, because there's just that little mound in the middle of the green. If you get on the wrong side of that, instantly you can be 30, 40 feet away. So check where the flag is. Is it front? Is it back? And then try and land it in that section.
Frank, pretty special for tour pros to get an invitation from Arnold Palmer, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one thing to meet him. It's another to shake his hand, to be invited by him. That's as good as it gets.
Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. He'd settle for par here. Now a 7-footer.
dwindling the holes down. Pars are fine right now.
Fifth hole at Bay Hill. Frank, this is a chance to employ some course management as opposed to maybe brute strength. What do you think?
Yeah, rather soft par 4. No water here, but bunker down the left and bunker down the right. Pinches into that corner. So if you're a little wayward, an iron here is not a bad idea.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Frank, what about this approach shot here at the fifth?
One of the few holes where you get a short iron in your hand for that second shot, but that green slopes away at about a 45-degree angle to the right, which makes distance control paramount here at 5. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Mark that as a birdie on the card. Frank, the par 5-6 looks like an enormous carry over the water. What if you're not one of the bigger hitters?
Well, then you've really got to aim at those two bunkers, right in between them on the right side, Rich. It becomes very much a plotter hole because even the layup becomes important. This par 5, you've then got to attack it with a wedge.
And now the second shot here at this par 5. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. This is a cross-country special. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
So just a formality here. nothing wrong with that par putt. Breathing a sigh of relief, you made it through the par 5 without getting wet. Now you're at this par 3 7th, Frank.
You've got to guarantee a carry at least 7 or 8 yards onto the green because that's where that bunker is on that right. It cuts in 7 yards.
This one has a chance to be close. Wow, what a day. Every green hit in regulation. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, how about the 8th par 4, one of the more intriguing setups?
Ideally, you want to just work your tee shot away from that bunker. But this is one fairway you must hit because it's one of the toughest second shots on the golf course.
What a turn of events. Just turned this round upside down. Started off slow, but then managed to pick up the pace and back on track now.
That's fine.
Frank, still relatively early in the round, but given what we've seen so far, this could be a heck of a golf round.
Yeah, right now, everything's just going according to plan. It's like he's playing on all 8 cylinders. So really, you're just trying to get out of your own way.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Had a birdie here yesterday in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Settles in over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Final hole now of the front side. It's a 474-yard par 4. And Frank, you've played it before. What works best here?
Well, ideally, a nice little draw off the tee. But the hole's quite weird because the tee shot shapes to the left, and yet the green goes the other way.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. In the fairway, shouldn't be more than 200 yards to the flagstick. Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that. good swing. Another good approach shot.
So a tester from 4 feet. And he makes it for par. Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going? Nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Headed for the bunker? Well, he'll have to get up and down from the bunker to save his par. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Frank, this is just a pleasure to watch. A player hitting on all cylinders at the top of his game.
Notice it's just flowing too. There's not a lot of deep analysis going through his mind. Just one step in front of the other. If your swing's there, you don't have to find it. If your putting stroke's there, you don't have to find it. Just let it happen.
Frank looks like maybe the greatest bunker player of all time right there.
Well, he's making a name for himself today. You could certainly put him up there with Gary Players, Severiano Ballesteros. That was just a great bunker shot.
Bad news is, Frank, that's a bogey, but the good news, it still has the lead.
Can't afford another, though.
Another par 4 here, the 11th. It's just under 440 yards. This time, there's water looming left and then bunkers on the right-hand side. It's a pretty good challenge, Frank.
This hole's very similar to the third hole on the front side. 2 bunkers down the right side. Just got to keep it a little left. You don't have to hit driver here.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Frank, another good hole to par 4 11th, looking at the second shot now.
Yeah, the second shot has a similar look to the second shot at the third hole at Bay Hill. Water all down the left-hand side. That has to be respected. And a green, really, where you've got to favor the right side, or at least right of middle.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Teeing it up here on the 12th, 574-yard par 5, Frank.
Another one that's reachable, obviously long and straight. That rough down the right side, though, is normally very thick. Avoid the 2 bunkers, lots of contours and undulations around this green. Got the measurement out there, Rich. Looks like 290 yards.
Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
This is a good-looking shot. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Drops it in for birdie. Frank, the par 4 13th, relatively short, but not necessarily easy.
Yeah, stringent tee shot. A lot of people are tempted to take a bigger club off the tee. 300 yards runs out of the fairway, but really, what does that give you in?
Par 4 13, Frank, how do you hit this approach shot?
Rich, it's the first par 4 at Bay Hill where the water is actually on the right of the green, and that has to be taken into consideration. Just a little errant shot, and then you're going to be wet. So a little left of the flag, that's where you want to be.
Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Right in the heart. Another challenging par 3 here at Bay Hill. It's the 14th, 216 yards, Frank.
It plays uphill, prevailing breeze too, into your face, so normally much longer than its yardage.
Well, this could be good. What a shot. Perfectly placed right next to the hole. Just a little tap in here. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
We're here at the 15th now, and a big dogleg right on this one. Frank, what's the best route to take to shoot the low number?
You got to look at that run out down the left side, which is about 320 yards. If you can stay short of that, then that gives you a perfect shot into this green.
Really good play off the tee, at least 300 yards and in the fairway. Frank, what are you looking to do with this approach shot here at 15?
Anytime the flag's on the front, Rich, it's basically green light special. When the flag starts to get pushed towards that back area of that green, it starts to get narrower and narrower and narrower. And that's where you've got to be a little careful. Should be safely on deck.
It's in the hole. Just a sensational shot right there. Frank, we know at Bay Hill, the finishing stretch allows a player to make some things happen. You can make up some ground. Par 5 16th. How realistic is birdie or even eagle?
Well, this is where it all starts, and you're right on the money here, Rich. Good tee shot, you can be looking at 3 or 4. Bad tee shot, 6 or 7, and the round goes horribly wrong because you've got 17 and 18 to come.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, the tournament scoring record was set by Buddy Allen. It was way back in 1973. A whopping 23 under. That's like a video game score.
Yeah, they made sure that would never happen again. They lengthened the golf course. They firmed up the greens. They sped them up. They did everything to make sure that nobody, including you, ever shoots 23 under here again.
That is just an outstanding shot right there. And now a chance for an eagle. Frank, it's one thing to jumpstart your round. This would ignite the round.
Yeah, you don't normally see two par fives back-to-back, so the chances of having consecutive eagles is so rare.
Yeah, an eagle. What a putt. Frank, par 3 17. Daunting shot. What are you thinking as you step onto this tee?
Just make 3. 2 is a huge bonus. Take 3 in a heartbeat.
Frank, I think that's going in the bunker.
Looks like it. Lucky devil. That was going in the bunker all the way.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Yeah, a little unlucky there.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Well, considering the lead that he has on the rest of the field, a par is all you need. Frank, now one of the signature holes here at Bay Hill. It's the 18th, scene of quite a bit of history through the years.
Yeah, if you can hit a tee shot around 300 yards, that's going to give you about 150 in. So that's the goal here. The tee shot, wide fairway, but once again, second shot.
Well, this one has a chance to be really good. That is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
The second shot now to the par 4. This one looks right on point. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's formality now.
To win the Arnold Palmer Invitation. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. What a great tournament finish. This one is in the books, and look who finished on top of the leaderboard.
Rich, this has to go down as a classic. Our champion was simply on fire. And I'm looking forward now to see how next week pans out.